Hey guys, welcome back to another daily crypto market update. Different view, same room, having a great time. First day of consensus, but we need to talk about a lot of these charts. I'm giving away a little bit right there, but we need to first start off with BTC because it drives the market. I am still looking at this TBO breakout going, okay, where's the next one? Because usually we're gonna see another one pretty soon. Typically, we see them happen in groups of three. Ideally, it's 1, 2, 3 in a row, but sometimes there's a big gap in between. Right now, we're not seeing any signs of anything happening. While daily volume was good on yesterday's close, and today we're actually on track to beat the moving average of volume, which means that this is a sustained rally. Again, weekly is still looking really good. We're still above 70 when it comes to weekly RSI, which means that this move should be sustained. The main thing is that weekly TBO resistance is at 106,457. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're getting really close. So are we going to top out here and retrace back down to the TBO fast line at 90K? I don't know about that necessarily, but if we do, this will all change dramatically. Given the fact we have a breakout on the daily, I like this. Now, the one thing I don't like is seeing RSI putting in lower lows like this and just weakening. But to be honest, we saw this same thing back over here and it shot up higher. So we're kind of unfortunately, it's a wait and see. But I'm still looking at this going, well, this is strong bullish. As long as the price is above the daily TBO cloud, strong bullish. Volume outperforming the yellow moving average is bullish. Everything looks good. Ethereum had a really good close yesterday, up 7%, and right now it's down about 2.5%. There's still about 5 hours left in the daily candle, but daily RSI is showing signs of weakening. Not terrible, but it's letting us know that, well, this is obviously clearly a high right here. I have to expand this out. I forgot about that. So we're looking at a high of 95.42 for Ethereum on daily RSI. That is massive. I would be shocked to see RSI go back up to meet or exceed that. 95 is huge. And daily volume today already is outdoing the moving average. It is almost 2 times the moving average. And look at this yellow line. It's just starting to curl and point up. This is great. Some of you might think, well, the price, or rather, yeah, the candle is red, it's bearish, but there's volume, so that's bad. No, this is showing that there's trading activity, there's volume. The fact that Ethereum poked above the daily TBO cloud like this and it closed above is strong bullish. For a chart that has been strong bearish for years, it feels like, this is a great sign. It's almost to the top of the weekly TBO cloud. Volume still has to exceed the 30-day moving average right here. But look, we even had a cross up of on-balance volume, which is great. RSI isn't quite at 70, but man, oh man, Ethereum's looking so much better. And because of that, FBTC is going higher and higher. Now, it's interesting because FBTC parked right at the 236 fib level. If we zoom out here on the weekly, we'll see it a lot better. Let me hide the TBO so we just get a clean chart like this. So going from the high to the low here, it parked and wicked right into the 236. That seems like a logical place of like a first test of resistance. Having it pull back slightly wouldn't surprise me, but this is very clearly the bottom. As wild as that is, I mean, I would be shocked. Let's put it this way. I'd be shocked if FBTC starts to go all the way back down. Given the fact that the momentum has shifted and it has pumped this high, I do expect it to continue moving up higher. Stablecoin dominance is fluttering, trying to stay bullish, trying to slightly move up higher, but it is still strong bearish, which is a great sign. And Bitcoin dominance is up just a little bit, but as long as it's inside the daily cloud like this is a signal of bearish consolidation, which is a good sign for us. Now, I have a lot of tickers here that I want to share with you, but I want to remind you that I talk a lot about trading on this channel, but I go even more into depth with a systematic approach to learning and education at thebettertraders.com. There are courses linked down below. We also have the Better Traders Club, where you can get access to the TBO, trade setups, market updates, which are slow this week. Sorry, everybody. This week is just crazy traveling and being here at Consensus. And I also want to remind you that we have a spring course sale right now on our 2 advanced courses, Mastering Passive Income and The Smarter Trader. So I want to let you know about that. We're going to keep moving on talking about these tickers. Now, there are a lot of coins that I really want to talk about, but I need to keep it focused on the need to know information. And the need to know information right now is that ICP, again, terrible ticker, um, is in process, which means that it's not confirmed yet, of printing a TBO Open Long. We need to wait another 4.5 hours for confirmation. But my guess is that we're going to see this close and confirm an open long. That will confirm a bullish uptrend. Look at volume, by the way. We're already exceeding the moving average of volume. It's already been increasing a lot. Even though RSI is falling from overbought levels, I don't really care. We can even see an open long on a red candle like this. I don't really care. This is a good sign for this chart. Optimism also is in process of printing another TBO open long. Look at the shift in volume here. This is massive. This is no small amount of volume. It's actually a great, great sign, especially because while the price has rallied pretty amazingly, thanks to Ethereum up 57%, this is a good sign that we should still see bullish continuation. There's no strong trend, however, with on-balance volume, by the way, but this is still looking good. NEO, this one is also in process of printing a TBO open long. I mean, these three charts, we need to wait another 4.5 hours for the daily confirmation, but still, that's there. And I also stopped by the NEO desk at Consensus and talked to a guy there and personally thanked him for helping me to grow my portfolio because I used to A/B trade NEO and gas all the time when I got started. So thanks, NEO. Now, a couple of these breakouts to pay attention to. Remember this chart, grass? We just talked about it recently, saying like this thing has more of these TBO close shorts. Something's going to have to pump or give. Yesterday, it shot up 13%. Today, it's up again 13%, but wick to wick, way higher than that, 33%. Look at the volume today. And over here on the 4-hour time frame, we have some breakouts, 1 and 2 on these huge moves. Now, it is having a slight pullback. It's probably a pump and dump, but just because it's having a pump and dump moment right here does not discount this one from going higher. Be careful about that. Tron, I shared a couple days ago on Monday that it had a perfect 3 in a row TBO breakout. Now, Tron is a slow mover. I don't expect it to pump wildly up 100%, something like that. But this is a good sign for the coin. Just keep that in mind. JASMY, this one on the 4-hour time frame, has recently printed 2 more TBO breakouts. The first one's back over here on Monday. I don't like when they're spread out that much, but this is a good sign that there's a lot of momentum, a lot of energy that could shift the price up higher. Now, all of these red tags right here letting us know that these charts are, something is happening with it. We need to keep an eye on these charts. And now XRP is on day 3 of being overhead resistance, long-term overhead resistance. If it can close today above this level, then XRP is cleared to take off. It will take a long time, in my opinion, to go back up to 315 or 316, but I think it'll be headed up there. Link has yet to really test this first overhead resistance line. While volume is starting to come in, it's still really low. It is admittedly exceeding the 30-day moving average, which is good. But it's not really like amazingly bullish here for on-balance volume. RSI is showing signs of weakening, putting in lower highs and lower lows on this recent move, kind of like this. But it's so close to overhead resistance. Cardano, ADA, has tested and pierced overhead resistance about 5 days in a row and no confirmed close above yet. Aptos, similar story, struggling to close above, but look at volume growing on this chart. I am expecting Aptos to actually pump from here, to actually explode up to the upside. WIF is also similar to, I believe it's Link, where it hasn't gotten close enough yet to test overhead resistance, but boy, it's getting really close to doing so. Volume was really good on Monday. Yesterday was about half that amount over here. And then today, it's still exceeding the 30-day moving average, but it's not like a wild amount of volume. On the 4-hour, we already had our breakouts back over here, and the price pumped up about 50% from there. But one thing that's interesting is that this is the first time the price has fallen back to the TBO fast line since pumping on Thursday the 8th, 6 days ago. So this actually could be a really good springboard bounce, meaning that we could see the price from here retest this level up here about 20% at $1.30 or higher. And yes, I am still holding my position for WIF on Altrady. which is in a very nice profit right now. And I did shave some profits like I said I would. I actually took out half yesterday. So I'm sitting pretty with realized profits at like $206, and I'm leaving the rest in, which is currently at $182. I'm happy with this trade, and I think it can go up a lot higher. But I need to make sure, when I look at the charts and I see the fact that the price is struggling to really blast through overhead resistance for now, then I'm going to be wanting to protect some profit. So I made that decision. Pi had a very, very huge dump today, and a very strange dump. Literally in the last 4-hour candle, it has fallen 23%, which is crazy, especially considering all of this price action that shot it up 80% to $1.66, and now it's down about 50%. There's probably some sort of news, but to be honest, this just looks like a pump and dump. This looks just like so many other crypto charts. One positive thing about this, however, is that even though the price is wicked into the 382, the price is holding above on the daily time frame. If it can hold above the 382, that's a good sign. It's showing it as support. We'll probably see it tick back up to the 0.5. I don't know about going all the way back up here, but a good short-term target for 22% could be the 0.5 fib level. Stacks, again, I saw this booth, but I don't know what just happened. But in the previous 4-hour candle, the price of stacks dumped big time. There was a huge market sell, which caused a fat finger. This lost someone or some entity $4 million. Actually, a lot more than that. Well, the volume generated in this 4-hour candle is 4.1 million. But if someone's selling, panic selling, and the price was down 70%, that's a shame. Someone's stop got triggered. I hope it's just a glitch, but look where the price fell to. TBO support right here at 0.476. So back up to the current price. That's a 99% fat finger. That's insane. AMP, our last one for today, is pumping. This one's really interesting because a couple days ago, we got our TBO Open Long on Friday. On the 4-hour time frame, we were talking about this one too, saying, look, we got this nice TBT bullish divergence cluster here on the 4-hour time frame. And I said, well, as long as the slow line is headed up, this is actually a really good entry sign. And what has happened since then? Oh, just pumping up 41%. It also helps that right here we saw a perfect 3 in a row TBO breakout. So you guys see why I love these so much? They're amazing. So it saw 16% in a 4-hour candle, and it is giving back some. That's okay, but that's an insane amount of volume. There is so much happening this week. I still have a lot of stuff to do, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting what you need, and that's going to be at the Better Traders. I'm super pumped for the the Better Trader Summit that's happening tomorrow with Altrady. I'll see some of you there. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.